So Palance made this?
Yo, keeping it 100. I thought she was better. Keeping it 100.
What are you doing?
Yeah, keeping it 100. Fucking Ross might be in my top 5, yo.
Rick Ross?
Yeah,
All right, he's not my top 5, but he could be in my top 10.
I think he could be in my top 5, or like just like that I like to listen to.
He could definitely be in my top 10.
Not for me.
Now, what about top Steven? Not even top 10?
No.
I think top 10. I think he'd be in there. He's in a lot of people's top 10. 5.
There's so many of the things that I would rather listen to than Rick Ross.
Nah.
1 through 5 easily. Yeezy, Kid Cudi, Giveon.
Of all time? Or just of our top 5 that we love to listen?
He said things you can listen to, right?
Oh, okay.
Like just sit there, play, and listen to. Top 5 is easily gonna be what did I say? Yeezy, Cudi, Frank, Giveon, Drake, Cole.
Steven's depressed, yo.
They were all like
Bad Bunny, Aventura. They're not in my top 10.
That's funny as that. All right, rappers.
Top 10 rappers, maybe. I don't really listen to too much rap.
I think in rappers, he would be my top 10, but not top 10.
I would
He's
put
got
in my top 10. I would put I'm putting Cole, Drake, Ye, Cudi, Travis Scott.
You put in Cole because you're hype because he just dropped.
No,
You're
like
hyped?
no. We're talking about. I'm not talking about like being better than anyone else. You said music we'll listen to over Rick Ross, right?
Yo. Tell me why when J. Cole was rolling out this album, the only thing I thought about was fucking great. Like I'm just thinking, all these fucking
mumble rappers.
I'm gonna say it. No. I'm gonna say it. All these fucking just all the people that just go hard as fuck for J. Cole. Like this is gonna be on this shit, and the moment it drops, you're like, yo, this is the best album we ever had. It's gonna be one of those. I was anticipating all of that.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's pretty dope. I like it.
Probably.
You know what? I hate when people like.
Dan, you're not even gonna let me finish my top 5, like my top 10. Like,
go.
Where was I? Ye, Cudi, Travis, Drake, Cole.
You got
Eminem.
Travis in your top 5?
He's saying we listen to.
Well,
he's not talking about rappers.
I'm not talking about ability.
No. I know. But like, okay, go. I'm thinking like Travis, like the only songs I listen to with Travis Scott is like whenever he has a feature or.
No, he would not be in my top 5. My top 5 would be like, Ye, Cudi, maybe Tyler, probably Jay-Z, and then it'd have to be either like Eminem or J. Cole at the 5th. Because I can go bar for bar with almost any Eminem song, and I can do almost the same with the J. Cole songs.
Yeah, you know, the older I get, the less Eminem, the less I am a fan of Eminem's music. The older I get, the less I'm.
I mean, I'm not a fan of his new music. I'm just like, go back to being crazy.
The diss, though? The diss track was crazy. MGK.
I want him to go back to being fucking free spirited and crazy.
So you
Same shit with The Weeknd. Like,
you want him to go back to like murdering his mother and shit. Like, you want him to go back to that?
In the car with his pregnant wife and just
driving off the bridge.
Yeah, fuck it.
Honestly, the Elton John version of that is so much better.
Elton John,
but yeah, there's my top 5. I don't know if I would pick Eminem or J. Cole. So I can go bar for bar on a lot of J. Cole songs.
J. Cole just hit different. Like
I can. Oh, Biggie's probably in that top 5 too. I can definitely.
Biggie.
I can. Growing up in Brooklyn, I can definitely say almost. Give Me the Loot is one I will like. I don't even need the beat.
Give me the loot.
I'll sing the whole fucking thing.
Give me the loot. I think Everyday Struggle is fire.
Do you like what's that song? Me and My Bitch?
Oh yeah.
Is it the opening bar your favorite bar?
No, that's Danny's favorite bar.
You know what the opening bar is, Danny?
That's how Danny slides into the DMs.
I'm not.
You look so good. I suck at your daddy's dick.
Danny slides into the DM. He's like, when I met Chip,
yo,
I admit my first thought was the trick. You look so good, Danny. What?
I'm not saying it, bro. Stop. I'm not doing that. That shit crazy.
Danny, what's your what is your going into the DM lines? Like, what are some lines that you've used? Not that what you will use, some that you've used.
Oh, I'm sure y'all already know. It's hello, beautiful.
That's not even a DM line.
Do you send the voice note?
Wait. Danny, I heard Danny use the line recently. What was it, like maybe 2 months ago? We pulled up to Wendy's.
What I say? I don't remember.
He was like, "Hello, beautiful," and then you asked her for like her IG, and she was like, "I don't have an IG." And then I forgot what you asked her after that. And then she was like, "I got a boyfriend," and then he was like, "I don't give a fuck," and drove off.
Bro, it's cause like, come on, yo, I don't care about what you got going on in your life.
No,
like,
we was definitely had a couple drinks because we were watching the game. Remember, we went to get Wendy's while we were at the game.
Allegedly.
Nah, we weren't lit, but we definitely had a drink or two.
Y'all were driving drunk?
Nah, we wasn't.
No, we were definitely under the 0.08. Okay,
we were driving.
You got a breathalyzer in his car
to get drunk.
Might as well.
Steven, you have a breathalyzer? You have a breathalyzer in your car?
Nah, I got a toothbrush.
Judge or there's nothing more alcoholic than having mouthwash or a fucking toothbrush in your car.
Nah, I don't have that in my car. It doesn't work.
What shows you you're more alcoholic? Is it the mouthwash and the toothbrush in your car, or is it an actual like judge ordered fucking breathalyzer?
Probably the breathalyzer to start your car.
Yo, that's crazy.
That just means you got caught though. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, are you drinking and driving if you don't get caught?
You remember? That's true. If a tree falls in the middle of the forest, does it make a sound? You'll be lying to me if you said it does, because I mean, you didn't hear it.
Can you imagine?
From all we know, he was just driving. They didn't prove he was drinking. You feel me?
I never drive drunk or under the influence.
Jesus Christ!
Or anything? Yo, grammar police. Yo, run it back. I never drove drunk.
Yo, what if y'all went on a date and the girl needed the breathalyzer to start a car? Like, would you think like, what would you be like? Damn,
40-year-old virgin type shit.
No, I wouldn't really think much of it.
Danny, if you picked up a girl at the club and
don't do it.
Can we ask Steven? Why are they all directed to me? Ask Steven, my guy.
Steven got a girlfriend.
Oh, you do?
What the fuck?
You got a girl? What?
I got a girlfriend.
Who's your girl?
I was just throwing it out there to see if you know what I mean. If we found any information.
That's crazy.
So I'll give it to both of y'all. If y'all went to the club and you picked up a girl and it was like the 40-year-old virgin, like you got into the my dog is going crazy. Return of Christian.
So there was somebody at the door. What's up? We gotta catch a flight.
Yo, fucking Nas. I have a house now, and everybody is coming here to sell something to me at the fucking door. Everybody, fucking solar panels, fucking security, fucking grass shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
The perfect time. Your house is new, so they gonna know people gonna need all that.
I'm in Texas. We strapped.
Just put no on the door.
Just put
no.
No. Like
thank you.
The security guy came the other day, and he was like going through it, like trying to sell it to me. He said, "Do you have any security, or have you thought about any security?" And then I was like, "I have a gun.
I have a dog."
And he was like, "Well, what if you're not here?" I'm like, okay. Anyways,
he was prepared for that one.
Yeah. All right. So like the 40-year-old virgin. So like the 40-year-old virgin. Let's say you guys go to the club and you pick up a young lady. She look good, right? She look good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so yeah, tell me. I don't know what kind of
personality kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
So she ugly. Okay. so she ugly. So you pick up a respectable young woman at the club, and you get into the car, and she's a little lit. You're a little lit, right? And then she passes you a breathalyzer to blow on, so she can drive. What do you do? What are you doing? Are you blowing on it?
No, I'm lit myself. I wouldn't even get in the car.
Maybe
you drank less, under the legal amount.
No, if I take a sip, I don't drive. You can ask Danny.
True, we're gonna call it Uber.
Is this facts or this is pod facts?
No, this is a fact. If I take a sip, I will not drive.
Is that because you're responsible or like lazy? Which one?
Like I don't want to be killed by the police.
Damn, like here's 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah,
Listen. They're not gonna because you can't use the breathalyzer in court, right? So if I get breathalyzed and it says 0.0001, the cop can just be like, "Oh, you're at 0.08, suck a dick, you going?" And I'm like, "Wait, no, it says 0.001. I'm fucked. It's just a police word versus mine at that point."
Yeah, that's kind of like if you get into a car accident with a police officer, even if they hit you, is like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, so it's not even worth it for me. Like,
that's true.
I was thinking,
drink, I'll get in.
There you go.
I was thinking, so it's not a responsible thing. I was thinking, is it a responsible thing or is it an easy like excuse to not be the one to drive? Like, I already has to.
He just don't want to get in trouble. He's like, yo, if somebody else gets in trouble, fuck them.
It's like the people that smoke cigarettes. Like, if you're in a position you don't want to be there anymore, you can just leave and have a smoke break.
I'm gonna start carrying cigarettes. That's not even a bad idea.
And if you're ever working and you see like the people that are smoking, like everybody, if a normal job they get 2 15s and then their lunch break. That's a normal job. That's what you get, right? But for some reason, the people that smoke cigarettes, they get 2 15s to lunch, and whenever they need to smoke a burger, whenever they need to smoke a cigarette.
That's so true, bro.
It's like, yo, bro, that's the Newport.
Or vaping too. When I used to work in Pennsylvania, they love vaping. Like,
if you vape, you just fucking.
They're what?
They're what? Say it. What were you gonna say?
Yo, hey, yo. Welcome to episode.
Bring in Andy.
Episode 12. Welcome to episode 12 of From the Chat podcast. My name is Christian. I got my boy Danny G.
Danny G, you're here, aka Plant Dad. You feel me?
Plant Zaddy. What is he?
Plant Zaddy.
Oh, Danny just gonna steal my thing.
What's your thing?
Just gonna let that fly? The AKA.
Yo, why should he invented everything? Like, damn,
man, I can't be on this podcast anymore.
Yo, and then I got my boy Steven, aka Copyright, aka
right?
Trademark,
like, Trademark Police, Copy Police. He's a grammar police. Fuck it.
What's good, Steve?
What's good?
You doing
I'm
good?
Steven, aka ICU. You feel me?
You see ICU? You know what I mean? I see you.
Had a lot of fun.
Oh, let's talk about it.
You
shared a couple stories on the pod on the group chat, but I purposely didn't want to listen to any of it because I wanted to hear it now.
Yeah,
tell me about your ICU. Is it ICU experience? EMT experience?
Well, technically, it's called the SCTU.
Tell me about the crazy shit that happened.
So I pull up to work. My partner actually called out. So the scheduling people were like, "Hey, you want to get some SCTU experience?" And I'm like, "This is my calling." Like, yeah, fuck
of course.
Mm-hmm. SCTU is basically like extreme. I don't want to say extreme cases. 9 times out of 10, it's really easy stuff. But you have to have a nurse on board in case it goes south. And
so wait, hold on. For the people that don't understand, because I don't understand, EMT is just. What does the EMT respond to?
EMTs, there's 2 like things you can do, right? EMTs are either you answer 911 calls or you do interfacility transports or discharges, right?
Okay.
So if a person has enough money, they can literally call like an EMT to like pick their asses up in a stretcher and take them home. I hate if you do that and you can walk. I hate you. I hate you so much, especially if you have stairs, bro. I hate you. If you have stairs and you.
So.
If you live on the 3rd floor, yes, I carry you all. Yes,
all the way to their place,
and up your stairs all the way up to the 3rd floor. Yes,
you have to, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yo. If you can walk and you do this to people, I hate you. And then you have like people who can't walk and stuff like that, and they need to be taken to dialysis and stuff like that. So that would be like kind of. Do
you hate those people?
No, they technically medically need it, so it's fine. It's fair to me.
I just want people to know we got feelings out here. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
And then you have like interfacility stuff where like a patient's stable enough where they don't technically need a nurse and they don't think the person will like code. So like let's say you broke your arm but you didn't tear any arteries or anything. But because you broke your arm, you would be under our supervision, hospital supervision. So you would need to transferred from one hospital to the next hospital for a advanced care or whatever. Highly unlikely for a broken arm, but that's just a scenario. And then there's SCTU where you are partnered with another EMT and a nurse, which is for much more extreme cases. For example, 9 times 10, nothing really happens. But this guy had a heart attack. They can't treat him at the hospital he was at because he needed like some kind of surgery. So we had to transfer him to hospital B because they can do the surgery, right? So if things were to go south, which it's highly possible with the guy who's in the middle of a heart attack on a 40-minute trip, you have to have the nurse there who can administer medications and perform like other things like intubation and IVs and stuff like that. And then we're kind of there to just help like give her tools. But what was your question?
So I get it. So those are the differences. All right. So tell me about your past experience. This is your first time doing this, right?
This is my first week. Yeah. So my first
in contact for everybody. This is your first exposure to this
ICU department.
So first day,
super EMTs. Go ahead.
So first day was pretty easy. I didn't really do anything crazy. We had a couple people bleeding from like the brain, but the bleeding was so like minuscule that they could go on the 40-minute trip with a nurse and stuff like that, So we transferred like different people. We took one dude actually all the way over to Mount Sinai in New York because, they could perform like the brain surgery that was needed or whatever the case is that he needs to go over there. The second day, pretty smooth day throughout the entire time. And then we get a routine call for a seaport standby. If you don't know what that is, some people call it cath standbys. It's where like they perform this procedure on your heart after you have a heart attack in order to clear it, and you can pass the clot that you have, right? We actually meet the patient on the way. So we're at the elevator going up because they said the patient was on a medical floor after having a heart attack, because he had a heart attack after being in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So he's already in the hospital for a reason, and then he had a heart attack in the hospital.
Which is probably the best case scenario for you to have a heart attack, right? Be at the hospital.
Depending on the hospital, because like I said, some hospitals can't perform specific things, so you would have to still be taken to another hospital, which is what happened in this scenario.
That's crazy. So, sometimes you call customer service and that department doesn't handle it, and they have to transfer you to a different department.
But this one's with your life. This one is with your life.
That's crazy. You imagine you come to the hospital, like, what do you got? Sorry, we don't handle that department. There's no department for that here. So you're gonna have to drive 40 minutes dying. You're gonna drive 40 minutes to the other department.
Well, no, that's also part of like when you call 911, the EMT's job is to know like the surrounding hospitals and know what's like a top trauma hospital nearby, a top stroke hospital nearby, shit like that. That's part of our job too, is to like know which hospital to take you. If it's something minuscule, we'll just take you to the nearest one, or like.
And then they transfer you to that department, and then you gotta wait on hold still because they got 4 people in front of you getting freaking.
Nah, at this rate, you're top of the line. Like, but either way, we meet the patient coming out of the elevator, and I'm checking him out. No, pause. And I'm like, this dude is full of color, talking. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, oh, I think he's walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie.
What's full of color? What does that mean? Like gay?
Like you look.
Why?
I know.
So you look at me. You look at me like I'm full of color. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell
you look alive. You look.
Yeah. You look. He legit. He looked orange. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell. Like
Donald Trump.
He was nervous because he's in the middle of having a heart attack, but his blood is flowing. His skin is red. And I'm like, okay, blood is definitely flowing. So I'm like, okay, this guy might not be in the most dangerous situation.
Okay.
Oh, dire situation. Oh yeah. So I was explaining before what the call was for. It was seaport standby, cath lab standby. They perform procedures. We have to be there because if it goes south, we need to be able to take him over to a different hospital that can perform an open heart bypass surgery, which is like not every hospital can do. Luckily, the Robert Wood Johnson was only a minute away, so like it wasn't that bad of a drive for me. I can tell you I hit probably about 80 on Easton Ave. I'm just like, get the fuck out the way. I'm on the PA, like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yo, it's like how is that? Just not to break away too much from your story, but how is that when you have to turn the light on and just fucking go and you book it?
Listen, if you don't know what to do when those fucking lights are behind you, don't wait last minute and get the fuck out of the way. Just move over. Let me tell you that there are people who would legit try to race me. And like I'm trying to take the exit. I'm trying to take the exit, right? Because it's coming up. Usually you'll sit on the far left lane because it's the fastest lane, right? Technically by law, you're not supposed to be sitting in that lane if no one's on the road. You're supposed to be in the middle or on the right, right? It says stay to your right except to pass. So I'm sitting in the left lane, expecting people to follow the law. And I'm booking it. I'm probably like doing 70. The dude next to me is trying to race me as if like this is fun or some shit.
Hey,
and I'm like, I'm ringing the bell. Like, so there's different settings for like the siren and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like putting a higher alarm and I'm like, yo, you have to get out of my way. Like, I need to take this exit. But yeah, if you don't know what to do, just get the fuck out the way. Honestly, just move, hit the brakes and go to the side. People panic so much, which is why lights and sirens are really like, you need a very good reason to use lights and sirens. You can get in a lot of trouble for using lights and sirens without like having a reason for it.
What if like you're no, I was gonna make a joke. So all right. So back to your story.
So we get there. Like I said, I look at the dude. I'm super like, yes, like the world's on fire. Finally, like I'm gonna get to see some stuff.
World's on fire. Finally, El Diablo.
Yo, it's crazy how that's crazy. Go ahead.
When I'm on the clock, I want shit to. Maybe it's because I don't have as much experience as like the nurse and my other EMT partner who's like 20 years deep. But like when I'm there, I'm like, I want to get my hands dirty. I want to get my hands bloody. Like I want action. You know what I'm saying? It's fun for me. Unfortunately for the patient, it may not be fun, but for me, it's fun. So they put him in the cath lab and they're starting the procedure. You really can't see much, but like I can see the, I don't know what the fuck the screen would be called, but I can see what they're doing and stuff. And I'm asking hella questions to the nurse. The nurse has like no interest in like what's going on. And he's playing games on his phone. Yeah, he's seen it hundreds of times, probably playing games on his phone. The other EMT is like ordering food. He was ordering food on ShopRite. He was ordering food on ShopRite to pick up.
I don't want y'all to pick me up, yo. If I'm going through something, give me somebody else.
So the guys in the back dying already?
No. He's on the table. They're doing the procedure. The doctor's doing procedure, and we're like just on a standby.
Yo, 9 times out of 10, he's doing procedure and he's ordering fucking.
No. We don't do the procedure. The doctor. But
I'm saying the doctor's doing a procedure right in front of me, and then I'm in my phone just ordering fucking cold cuts from ShopRite.
Yeah, but the thing is that 9 times out of 10 these procedures go smoothly. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's like routine. You're expecting it, especially when the condition we saw him on the way there. We're like, oh, we're gonna get canceled. We're gonna be getting home on time. That's literally what we were thinking. We're like, oh yes, we're gonna be getting home at the right time. Let me tell you, we did not even come fucking close to that time. But they're doing all that stuff. I'm super interested. I'm like trying to peek and shit. And then I can hear the heartbeat kind of slowing down. And then my nurse is like, oh fuck. And I'm like, wait, what happened? This is how you know he has this much experience. He's like, he's bradying. Bradycardia is basically a very low heart rate. Tachycardia is a high heart rate or pulse, whatever. And I'm like, wait, how the fuck? How do you know? Like, you're not even looking at the screen. How do you know he has such a low heart rate? He's like, I can tell between like each beep the time. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Like, you have this much experience just to be able to listen to the distance between each beep that you can tell that he's slowing down. And he was fucking right. I look over and his heart rate is dropping. His blood pressure is fucking dropping. His skin tone is turning ashy. All right, there's a difference between white. There's a difference between pale and ashy. When you start turning ashy, that is death. When you start turning pale, that is lack of perfusion. Right?
Wait, he's going ashy. If you're going ashy, it's what?
It's death. You're dying.
Oh, okay.
Which is technically after pale, but like he went straight to that. Like he went straight to like grayish. And they call code blue, and I'm like, oh shit, code blue. Like we were taught, we're like, that's so basically if they call code blue in a hospital, that's basically a patient went into cardiac arrest, aka they're like basically dead. Obviously you should probably know the other ones. Code red is fire, amber alert is for children, whatever. I'm like, oh shit, code blue. I wonder where that is. And then they announced cath lab, and I was like, damn, that's crazy, cath lab. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm in the cath lab, right? Like it hit me. I'm like, I'm in the cath lab. So I'm kind of like looking, and I'm like, I see that they start doing chest compressions, and then we get bombarded by like different nurses, techs, other doctors, specialist doctors, and stuff like that. And I'm like, holy fuck, this place is packed. I need to get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard here. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people way above me. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just get out of the way. They eventually stabilized the dude. They put him on norepinephrine, which kind of like is like an adrenaline, and I guess his heart really liked it. Because the next time he like codes, It's because someone stopped. The doctor was like, all right, he's had enough. Let's see if we can slow this down and finish the procedure. About an hour in, they were like, you know what, let's take him off of that. They put him on fentanyl and stuff. And he dies again, second time.
Put him on fentanyl?
Yeah, help him. I don't know if it was
Isn't that what's like killing people?
Makes coke 10 times worse?
Yes, but the thing is that the dosage that they give you in the hospital are like micro. Like you probably can't see it on your hand.
Real quick. What is fentanyl? Because I've heard it a lot. Like it's they found fentanyl in the coke and dude overdosed or stuff like that. Like so, what is that exactly?
Fentanyl is like I believe it's like a it's like you know how perks kind of like are for pain relief and stuff like that. They put you to sleep type of stuff, Vicodin, shit like that. It's kind of like that, but at an extreme concentration, I guess you can say.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
taking a little bit would.
So in terms I can understand, it's like weed versus like the oil. It's like a concentrated amount into like a little.
Well, fentanyl is its own drug, because the weed and oil is technically the same thing. You're just separating the THC from the weed. Fentanyl is just fentanyl.
Well, I mean, as far as the strength of it, is that far in between from like a perk and a fentanyl?
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask a pharmacist, but I can tell you that it's done in micro dosages. Okay. Whereas like a perk is like, hey, pop one pill and you're fine. You know what I'm saying? You pop a pill size of fentanyl, you could probably kill 3 elephants or some shit like that.
All right, go ahead.
Man, that's crazy.
So they start giving him fentanyl. I'm like, why the fuck are they giving him fentanyl? They give him fentanyl because they're gonna intubate him, because he's not awake anymore. He's having trouble breathing. So intubation is basically where they take this fucking pole about yay big, shove it down your goddamn fucking into your lungs.
Oh, lungs.
Yeah, they shove it into your lungs and force you to breathe via a ventilating machine. So now he's not breathing. Now he's being forced to breathe by this machine. And he codes the second time. After the doctor was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to finish it." The doctor was like, "Okay, fuck, you can't finish it." They do compressions. He comes back a fucking second time. So they're doing compressions. Comes back. Doctor's like, "All right, I'm not even gonna try to finish this. Let's get him over to the RWJ." So that's our signal. It's like, all right, it's game time for us. We actually have to do something. So my nurse, you look at him, and this guy is, I don't know how he's so chill in the situation. Someone's life was just put into your hands for like a solid 2-minute drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what's gonna happen in that 2 minutes. And you just saw this person die twice on the table. So he's super chill, but I can see in his hands, how nervous he is. And I'm like, damn, it doesn't matter how much experience you get, you're always gonna have these shaking hands. I don't really have shaking hands because I'm like, I want this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm clinically insane, but the machine. So they have pumps, right? That pump into your IV, right? We had our own pump. He went to take the norepinephrine off, which is why I mentioned it earlier, and plug it into his machine to have it pump into him, right? So when he takes it off, he goes to put it into our machine. Our machine breaks, right? And he's like, "Steven, run to the truck, get the secondary one." And you're booking it on my way back. They call Code Blue Cath Lab for the third time, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's us." And as I'm walking through the door with the fucking machine, my friend, my partner, Rob, really cool dude, a lot older, but he's super cool. And he was like, "Steven, you wanted this, right?" He's like, "You're up next." He's doing CPR. He's like, "You're up next." And I'm like, "Fuck this." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I'm on like a stool getting ready to do CPR. And I get one compression in. The doctor's like, "Hold on, I think he's back." And then I hear the beeping. And I was like, damn, motherfucker brought him back before I could. Right.
Bro, like, how do you say that? Like, I get what you're saying. Like, you want to be in this shit.
I want to do that. Like, I want that under like my checklist, because it's extremely hard to say that you've brought somebody back, Yeah. But whatever, the doctors get to doing their thing.
Hold on, my man is dying on that table, and Steven's trying to add shit to his resume.
she was like, "Fuck!" He went, get back to life. Like,
but whatever, they're doing that shit, and then me and like I'm talking to Rob, and I'm like, "Oh shit, you did that, bro!" And we started like dapping each other up, like mad hyped. This man's is dead on the table.
Like, I won the Game 7 series. Like,
yeah, basically.
We're gonna write a script, and we're gonna produce this movie.
Fact.
But they bring him back, and eventually they get all the wires and everything on the dude. We throw him into the back of the truck. Like I said, the RWJ was like a minute down the road. We book it. I'm lights and sirens, and I'm back in. I'm telling I was flying down that fucking street. It's so much fun. It's so dangerous, but so much fun. Like, because people will try to cross the street while you're doing 70 in a 25, with lights and sirens. You can hear me down the block. Like, and if you can't hear me, you can see me because the lights reflect off of everything. And we get them inside. We get them over to the CCU, and I'm like, CCU's cardiac care unit or whatever. It's like the ICU, but for people with cardiac issues. And this place gets bombarded with like nurses, and RWJ is like is a university kind of hospital. So it's like not only do you have like a ton of nurses and doctors, but you also have like the students, right? And I'm like, all right, this is not my element. Let me get the fuck out of here. And that's kind of like where I went. That's it. That's where like my job kind of finished. They ended up moving him over. The nurse was like, you know what? Let's go get Duncan. Buy you guys some lunch. He bought us lunch. It was a 6-hour job. I got home around 12:30 p.m. I should have been home at 9 o'clock.
So how many times did he like die and come back to life? Overall, like
3. He coded 3 times. He did not code in the truck, and he did not code once we got him over to the CCU. So it seemed like the norepinephrine worked.
So hopefully he's still.
But for all you know, he's alive still.
Yeah, for what I know, he's alive. I think he would have made it though. That dude did not want to die at all. He was not with the dying shit. So I think he made it. He was pretty tough.
He got a purpose on here because he.
The only thing I didn't like was someone allowed the family to come in while he was on the table, and I'm there, and like I'm not as emotional to people dying, but it's like I'm emotional to the people being emotional to the people dying.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So his wife comes in and she has to be she has to sit in a wheelchair because she couldn't take it. And then like the son is like kissing his head. He's like, "Dad, you're strong. I know you're gonna make it." And he's like holding his hand. And I'm like, "Yo, shoot me!" Like,
I want to cry right now.
Yeah, like. And I'm like, dog, I gotta like get out of here. But whatever. But yeah, that was the first of my second. The second one wasn't as crazy. So we go over to day 3 of doing SCTU. And
we going, baby. We go, yo. We're gonna have our own Steven EMT segment, like daily catch up. All right, go.
We go over to day 3. I'm trying to get them to put me on again next week because I love this stuff. We go on over to day 3. Pretty boring day. I try to fall asleep at about 4. I was working till 7, so about 4 a.m. We get a call for a trauma patient going from facility to facility, right? So basically, whatever surgery he needed, they couldn't do it at the facility he's at. He had to go to another one.
Yep.
First and foremost, I want to say Mexicans are probably one of the toughest people I've ever met in my fucking life. All right.
They cook pretty good too.
So I pull up, right, and
hard workers.
What?
They're hard workers. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we pull up. The dude is hammered. I have no idea the severity of what this guy's like because he's all covered up and blanketed. Right. I just know that he needs some kind of surgery that's beyond what they could do here. So we're just gonna fast forward the story. We transfer him. Oh well, before we fast forward the story, this man did not want to leave this hospital. He wanted to go home. First of all, he was walking on it when they found him.
Walking on what?
Okay, I'll tell that later. So he's walking when I found him. Just keep that in mind. But he's on the bed, and mind you, again, we're transferring him because he needs a specific surgery that they can't do there, which obviously tells you it's a major surgery, right? So he's just like, just wash it and I go home, but he's talking to me in Spanish with the accent and everything. And I'm like, yo, buddy, like, you can't go home like this. Like, and he hands me his bloody ass phone. He's like, oh, talk to my mujer. And I'm like, put it on speaker. Like, I'm not touching that shit. And I don't know what language his wife was speaking, but it wasn't Spanish. So I couldn't really talk to her. But eventually I was able to, he called his brother and I was like, yo, just tell your brother you're going to Morristown. And he told his brother where he was going, and we transfer him. So when we get there, this is when things start getting awesome, or cool, I guess, for my eyes. Not for him. I mean, good for him too, because this is where he needed to be. But they unwrap him, and let me tell you that the gas. So what had happened to him was that he was jumped by 4 dudes with machetes. I guess they all clocked him once and ran.
That's crazy.
All right, he got clipped in back of the neck. That one was not severe at all. He got his stitches at the facility he came from. Elbow, I think one in the ribs. Those were all minor. He just got stitched up. Now, the one that caught him in the calf, the meatiest part of the calf was about yay long, and it wrapped all the way around his leg. And the trauma, like the ER doctor or trauma or whoever comes up, white coat dude, and he comes up and he like goes like this. My man's is like the hole's like this deep, and like I said, long as hell. But he like opens it up to see what the damage is. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look at the damage, and when he pulls it apart, I'm there like sitting in the back, but trying to be mad nosy because I want to see this. The nurse comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, we see the little white part," and I'm like, "Yeah, what the fuck is that?" She's like, "That's the bone." I was like, "Disgusting, but cool." And then it's kind of crazy. If you're friends with me, on my Discord, I can show you a little flick. I don't have his face or anything like that. It's
so
just
they gave him a machetazo, and you saw his bones and stuff. And
that's
crazy.
But he was walking on it and all that shit.
Well,
he was walking on it when they found him.
And he was also drunk.
So his alcohol content was 300. When you transfer to like civilian, it's 0.3, which is almost 4 times the legal amount. You know what I'm saying?
But, this was a Friday night. What was this? What day was this?
This was Thursday night.
Yo, Thirsty Thursdays. Thirsty Thursdays.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, and that wraps up our
Steven's segment.
Steven's EMT segment.
I thought you were gonna say something else. Like, that's funny.
Our Steven EMT segment. We gotta come up with a name for it.
Join the From the Chat Discord so you can see the pictures.
100% from the chat Discord. Comment below what you think that guy was drinking all night. That had him like walking around like incredible.
Was it Henny? Was it 1942?
Yeah, what do you think? What gets you walking around like that? Like nothing can stop you.
Like, yeah,
comment below. That's crazy.
But yeah, I had a great time, fun time for me. Oh, I also got to see the heli. They're cool.
Oh, the helicopter.
The med evac, yeah.
Helicopter, yeah. So you put
that's dope. Before we move on to Danny, so Danny can come and give us fan submitted topics. Before we do that, you know how you said that you want to see action, you want to see, not that you want people to be hurt, but you want to be there and see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that something like we don't want like cops to have that same kind of drive of wanting to see action? Don't we want like cops not to have that? To like want everything to be calm, want everything to be cool, not have to engage in any way like that.
Yeah, for sure. That's something we would want to see cops do, but
okay, hold on. Yeah. So, but we agree we don't want them to do that. So, but can you see it like in your job? How like a human being, right? Taking who we are out of it, just a human being. Can you see how like the job can become sort of like a game or like entertainment a little bit?
No, because you take the example of the nurse and the EMT. They're just, this is every day. This is regular shit to them. Whereas for me, the person with the least amount of experience, I'm like, ooh.
So you say eventually you're gonna want a day where you don't see any of that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So for example, like Danny worked on like the McLarens and stuff like that. You see one on the street, you're like, all right, whatever. Like I worked on that. Whereas I see a McLaren on the street, I'm like, oh fuck, that's a fucking McLaren on the fucking side of me. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Okay. All right, Danny. Tell us what the fans talking about.
We got these fan submitted topics. We'll go right ahead. The first one is what makes someone instantly attractive. For me, wait, can it be like physical or does it gotta be like
everything?
Whatever
it is for you. Whatever is for you.
It's gonna be instantly. If I see a girl and she got curly hair, it's like, yo, instantly attractive. Same with Steven. I think Steven likes curly hair girls too.
Do you like Steven?
No. He do got curly hair though, but you got curly hair too. So what's up?
Steven's not your type?
Nah, I don't got no type. But yeah, definitely curly hair, nice eyes, nice smile. That's like the first thing I look at, like off the rip.
Okay. No. Let's stay on you. No, let's stay on you.
Nah, we're good.
No, let's stay on you. So everything you gave us was just physical. Is there anything else? Anything more personal?
Like physical, or you want like a?
No, I'm saying what you gave us was just physical things. So what are some other qualities that a young lady or a woman might have that'll catch your interest?
Can we go back on that? Can we get back to me on that? I got to think harder on that. Sorry.
All right. Go ahead, Steven. Follow
up. Probably curly hair.
Y'all like the same bitches?
Nah, definitely don't.
Yeah.
Curly hair, probably of a bit darker complexion. And definitely if she's like smart as hell. So for example, when I was working ICU, my partner was kind of ugly. But like when she started like engaging and talk with like the nurse, and I don't know what they're talking about, I'm like, damn, what's up? Like, like being smart, you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking that, when you brought it up, I was thinking maybe someone who knows like more about something than me. Maybe someone who I can definitely so someone I can have a conversation with and who can engage. Like I can't be with somebody who the conversation is like one way. What is it?
No, I was just saying take notes.
The conversation is one way. Like I can't do it. So it's definitely someone who's able to have a conversation and who's opinionated, not someone who has
they just say
and has the same opinion as everybody. Someone who has their own opinion is an opinionated.
Well, no, because they can have their own opinion, but I think they can have their own opinion, but I think you want someone who probably explains a little more on their opinion instead of just being like, yeah, I agree, and that's it.
Yeah, so someone who can have a conversation and ask.
That's good.
Oh yeah, let's add that to my list too.
Oh yeah. Danny,
drag and drop.
In fact.
All right, so let's come back to Danny with the personal, a little more personal.
Danny's give a fuck. Danny's like, I don't need any of that. Let's move on.
Nah. We can't paint this picture, my boy, unless that's the right picture to paint. You tell me, Danny.
It's not Nah. I do care. Well, it depends. You feel me? Like what? Never mind. So yeah, definitely something that can keep a conversation. Because if not, like it's just we're gonna be together and it's gonna be like die down. It's
you know
like,
what? I'm gonna show you some bail because the question is, who makes someone instantly attractive? Like right off the rip is instantly attractive. So instantly, I mean, you're gonna see physical features instantly. Can we think of anything that's not like a physical appearance that we can see?
No. There's definitely like a conversation is definitely something that can instantly change you from being like this person's like mid to like, you know what, I'm trying to yoke you up in the back over there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo. Sorry, Steven is bugging. He's not even drinking right now. That's crazy.
Nah, I'm just trying to keep my energy up. I'm tired.
I agree with you then, Steven. You're right. So again, then all our points stand. In conversation, compassion, someone's compassionate. We said in the past some of our turnoffs. And for me was someone who treated other people like shitty. So someone who's kind to other people who can't do anything for them, that's instantly attracted to me.
You brought that up, and I just where was I? I was at the mall with Danny actually earlier. Oh, I just remembered. An instant turn off for me is like, I don't know how if you wear this, I'm sorry, but I saw some girl and she had the most beat up pair of Air Forces, the white ones. And I'm like, dog, they're yellow. It's time to go.
But maybe she's going through something financially. Like maybe.
So what are you doing at the mall right now? What are you doing at the mall?
That's true, but
got the mall. You feel me?
Bro, you never went to the mall with your boys to chill? Like,
unemployment running rampant around here.
Yeah, but like at least I tried. You feel me? Like I had my Sperry's beat to dirt and grass, but
they still alive. But
I didn't have yellow Air Forces.
Are we gonna let Steven get that off? Talking about you have yellow beat up Air Forces, but my boy was walking around with shorts,
Sperry's, like
beat up Sperry's and friggin' Nike socks.
No, wait, the prime, the top part, like the arc of that peak, was when I was wearing the Sperry's with the stand socks, where we had that era where we just kept buying stand socks.
Yeah.
That was definitely the peak.
Bro, Steven, to paint a picture, Steven, this was Steven's outfit would be for how long? Maybe a span of 3-4 years?
It was like a year and a half. Okay. The stand socks era did not last long because they were way too expensive.
No, I'm not saying stand socks, just this outfit that I'm about to describe.
It was I know what you're about to describe. It was probably like a year and a half.
It was destroyed Sperry's, right? Destroyed Sperry's. It was long basketball socks. It was shorts, random t-shirt, right?
Or hoodie.
Or some kind of hoodie.
It was probably a hoodie.
And then a Supreme hat.
Yo, that's facts, bro. That is facts. That's the right there.
The Supreme hat and then the shittiest outfit under it, yo.
Right. But y'all got the Supreme hat though. You feel me? You saw the hat, like
come on. That's funny.
Them Sperry's were destroyed, fam.
That's hilarious.
I didn't. You feel me? I didn't care. Like I didn't have nothing to. I wasn't trying to pull anything. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody look at Steven. Tell me you're Dominican without telling me you're Dominican.
Yeah, facts. The haro for me. That is funny as hell.
That's
funny. You know how my mom finds it.
Chris, you don't have a haro in your house?
No, I don't have one. I have a million grecas though.
I have a haro, but it's not that big.
I'm going to DR this summer, so I'm like,
yo, bring me one bag, yo. I need one.
I'm gonna come back with the samurais. Follow us up, Danny, with the next one. What's the next one?
Next one is what's one thing that you can't forgive?
One thing
that you cannot forgive?
I got two things. I mean,
what are they?
First one, probably everyone. I mean, I haven't been in situations, so I can't say this is for sure a thing. But obviously, probably being cheated on is one thing. I don't know if I'll ever. I got too much ego for that. Number two, I really hate being hit in the face or touched in the face. So if you sincerely went to hit me in the face, you're blacklisted for life for me. Like I mean, unless I engaged, you know what I'm saying? But like if we're having if we're having an argument and you know you feel like it's appropriate to just like sneak punch me or whatever, then you're blacklisted for me.
Yeah, I think one thing I can never forgive is like a blatant disrespect. Like blatant disrespect. Oh, you don't respect me at all. So, you know, whatever falls into that, whatever happens that I deem as that, we're like, oh, you don't respect me at all. Disrespect. I can't. You know, our relationship is over. And I probably wouldn't even, you know, bring it up to you. Like, there's no need for me to talk to you about anything.
You just don't
your actions just did it, so it's done. So if anybody who has not heard from me in years, I mean,
you know why?
You know what I mean?
You know why I'm here? I don't know about blatant disrespect. I feel like we don't know what that person may be going through at the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like would I give the person a chance to redeem himself? For sure. You know, it's not like a one-hitter quitter for me. You know, because if you come up to me like, hey, I was going through this and I'm sorry I did this, you know, I lashed out on you, then, you know, that's fair. You know, I've done it myself.
Listen, if you come up to me and that happens, then, you know, then okay. But
the question is you can't forgive. Like this person is blacklisted. There's no redemption.
Well, I'm not gonna be the one coming back to you to say, yo, is everything okay?
No, but that's not the question. The question is blacklisted, cannot forgive. They are donezo, like never coming back into your life. For me, it's like,
what if somebody was going through and they swung on you and hit your face?
I don't give a fuck. You hit my face. Like that's what I'm telling you. That one thing I do not like is being hit in the face. That will automatically just blacklist you for me. You'll never hear from me again. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
So like, so you're saying like if you got into a fight, like that's
no. If I engage, right? If I'm like, yeah, let's duke it out, and you hit me in the face, and then later on you're like, yo, let's piece it up. Fair. If I'm sitting here having an argument with you, right, and I'm like, yo, Danny, blah 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 blah, you should have done this, you should have done that,
and Shorty smacked you right in the face, just black,
and she just came up and just blatantly bang hit me. That's instant K's. That's you're out. I'm an umpire. You out. No 3 strikes though.
Hey yo.
Okay,
that's crazy.
Did you give us one, Danny?
I don't know, but I'll give you like disloyalty is like something that I can't forgive. Like why would you do that? Like it's like if like y'all my boys or something and whatever, something happens and you guys are like disloyal. Like I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like anybody, like a friend or something that I'm really close to, and you do something that's like super disloyal. It's like, yo, like for what? Like you saying like what was the reason? But also I would agree with you guys with cheating and blatant disrespect. That's crazy.
So which one would be worse? Your boy fucking your girl or your girl cheating on you?
I mean, she cheated on you both times.
True. Yeah, exactly.
I guess, yeah.
This narrative she's cheating on you. So you're saying with someone you know or someone you don't know? I mean, it's obviously the person you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's
at that point you're only losing one person in your life. You're not losing 2.
No, but that's not the point of the question. It's like the question is you can't forgive. right? Could you forgive one of the two parties if it was like your boy and the girl, or are they both blacklisted?
Oh, you're changing the question. So okay, so if the scenario is that where your boy sleeps with your girl, can you forgive either or? My answer is no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not.
Dunzo. It's a wrap
because they're both in the wrong.
Yeah, it's over.
100%.
But then the other one is like, of course, is you if your girlfriend's gonna cheat, of course you would want that to be with somebody you have no idea who it is, because then at that point you're only losing, her. You're not losing you and a close friend. And
yeah, my fault.
Now you gotta share. You gotta share with the class now.
No. Go just click go in the IG group chat. Go in the IG group chat. That's it. But
some wild.
It's just funny. Anyway, you want to move on to the next one, Daniel?
Do we have a cool. If you had $500 million, what would you do? Steven would be Doge Daddy. I mean, he's already Doge Daddy. You feel me? But
I'm taking half of that. I'm waiting for the dip, putting right into Doge. As soon as Elon Musk tweets anything, I'm pulling it right out, and that's it. I'm living happy ever after.
Damn,
I probably don't even have to. Yeah, I mean, I probably don't even have to do that. I got $500 million. I'm set for almost life here. I can just open 10,000 laundromats.
Oof, that's what I was gonna say.
Let's all right. So right now, Steven, you get a wire transfer to your bank account right now, $500 million. What is your next move?
Buying an island and moving there.
So you'll buy an island, moving there, and then what are you doing?
I'm going to build myself a self-sufficient crib, solar panels, etc. Probably hire some farmers, have them live on the island, on the outskirts over there. Probably hire some kind of plumbers, agricultural stuff. Have them live on the island as well. I got $500 million. I'm sure I can afford this. That'll probably cost me. I'm gonna go with half, even though I don't know what anywhere near what the cost would be. That'll probably cost me about half. With the other 250 mil, open up a shit ton of business so I have a steady income in order to pay these guys that are keeping my life sustained. Just open a shit ton of business in the U.S. across the globe. That'll probably cost me. Let's go with 200 million. I still got $50 million fucking dollars. At that point, I'm probably gonna buy a fucking plane so I can get to and from my island. A pilot, and probably a couple cars. I'd probably get a drag strip so I can drive my fucking cars, because where else I'm gonna drive it? I only have an island.
What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? What are you doing with your time?
I'm living on an island with
you're on an island. It's all made. It's all created. You've built it. You've had all the people come in and make it. They've already did what they did, so they don't even live there no more. You can kick them right out. What are you doing?
Honestly, I'd probably do the same thing I do today without working. I'd probably wake up, play some video games, smoke some hookah, watch anime. No cap. That's probably what I do. Maybe I'd go out and be like, you know what? I feel like driving my $7 million Ferrari down the drag strip for 20 seconds.
Okay. So
and then do that.
So you're gonna get comfortable and then just live
and have my family move into the island as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I would also have them,
Okay, so you would isolate yourself. You would get comfortable, and then you would just do nothing, pretty much.
Right? Yeah. What do I need to do? I got money coming in from businesses, my accountants, people handling that aspect. Once my kids turn 18, though, they got to get the fuck out of the island so they can go procreate somewhere else, because they can't procreate with each other. And there's that.
All right, cool. Danny.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think at some point you get so rich that you get bored, because you could literally do whatever you want and fucking you could do whatever you want, buy whatever you want? At some point, what would you do if that's what I want to ask.
I feel like when you become rich,
not to be bored.
I feel like when you become rich, there's going to be that one person you want and you cannot have. Not even that one person, that one thing you want that you cannot have. You know what I'm saying? If you see someone with a 96 Civic, right, and you're like, oh, I want that Civic, the person will not sell it to you no matter how much you offer it to them. You know what I'm saying?
Something that you're passionate about, or something that you really, really want.
Or no, I don't know. I don't want to say you see that Civic. You see your old Civic that you sold in order to buy an Accord. And you're like, damn, I really want my car back. And you go and the guy's like, nah, I'm not selling it. And you're like, oh, here's 10 million. He's like, nah, I'm not selling it. I feel like those kind of things happen to the rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny, go ahead.
I would definitely invest a lot of it, but on the other side, I would spend a lot of it. I'd probably get my own island too. Fuck it. just so I can have my own space, yo. I don't want to live a fucking.
Would you invite Epstein or no?
All right, bro. This guy, bro. No, I wouldn't. You heard? I'd probably invest most of it. Or
Yo, you think his island's on a discounted rate and nobody wants to buy it?
Yo,
if it's discounted,
what's up? Like,
if it's discounted, I'll buy that island and then I'll have like you can hire like FBI people, right? You can hire like.
Well, you can hire private investigators, yeah, for sure.
I'll hire whoever I need to hire to scope out the island to make sure nobody's there. But yo, I just scoped this out, make sure there's nothing's going on, there's nobody there, and then and then flip it. All right, go ahead then.
I don't think it works that way. We're talking about islands here. You can't just be flipping fucking islands like it's a house.
Of course I can. I buy an island on a discount. I'll do some cool shit to it and flip it. Of course I could do that.
Why would people want to buy your island? There's already empty islands. Plenty of them.
Because my shit popping.
Oh, okay, my fault. What do you have on your island that Bill Gates can't go buy right now?
Okay, but your market is not just to Bill Gates, right? My market, my buyer is not just to people like Bill Gates. It's people who.
Okay, Jay-Z. What do you have on your island that he can't buy?
My island, yo, Steven. My market is not just to these famous wealthy people, right? My market is to people who wake up with $500 million wired into their account and they just want a fucking island to get away from everybody.
Yeah, that's one person.
That's two. That's two right now. That's y'all two. Go ahead, Dan, finish up. You said you get your own island too. What else?
I would definitely get my own island. I probably make my own or like make my own basketball team or league. That'd be fire. You feel me? I would do that. Yeah. Alongside, I buy like mad real estate, flip that, make more money. Basketball because I love basketball. Restaurants, I love fucking food, so I'm doing that too. And then invest it into the market. I think that's what I would.
So when Danny said start his own league, that gave me an idea. I would damn, I don't even have enough money to outpay them, but
he's like, fuck, I ran out of money.
He was already broke. He's down to
right? Like
I was gonna say, like, yo, I would just hire the best fucking players to leave the NBA and come play on, you know how like the UFC did Abu Dhabi? I'd be like, hey, look, we're playing on Stevens Island. The best of the best in the world are playing here. Like, I mean, then again, the team owners would probably be like, no, you can't do that. But then again, that's why I said I would buy out their contracts.
You can probably do you can do a $20 million prize and you do a tournament on your island with the world's top.
LeBron's not going up to that. 20 million. It's a Nike check. That's not even his basketball check. That's a Nike check.
So what would you give for LeBron to show up? Like, what do you think would be the?
You don't have you want to have the money.
I don't have enough. That's what I'm saying.
For LeBron to show up,
I don't have enough money for LeBron, Steph Curry to show up. Like, I don't have that money. I would not have. I would have to wait a couple years from like my stock market investments and and business coming in.
Well, you don't even need them to play necessarily. You can pay them to be there, and they can be part of the allure. And then you set it up. I want
to disassemble the NBA. Like, I want them to no longer exist. And I want Stevens Island Basketball League to be the greatest basketball league in the history of basketball.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
So
I want the NBA to be the new G League.
Okay, gotcha. So Steven gets money is world domination. World domination.
And I set it on fire so I can save it.
Okay. Yo, you set what on fire?
The world, so I can save it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
I just want to give away. If I get my money, I just want to chill. Steven wants world domination. I just want to chill. My guy play ball.
So you're gonna get money. You're gonna, of course, get yourself comfortable homes, whatever. In your cases, islands. Okay. And then you are going to be working. Right. You're gonna make businesses. Open restaurants and real estate, all that stuff. Right. So that's what your goal is. You're gonna get money and then you're gonna start working. Steven's goal is to get money. He's not gonna work, pretty much.
Wait. Islands are not even that expensive. They don't even cost $1 million.
Well, how many islands you gonna? Well, what kind of island? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I want some fire. I don't want no little island this big. Like I want like some fire shit.
Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. The top 22 private islands. Oh never mind.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so the most expensive one is 60 mil, and then the next one is 14 mil. 14 mil is not that bad. I could do that.
Okay.
It's 3 miles. Fuck.
So if I wake up with $500 million, I'm not buying an island. I'm not doing that. I mean, at least not yet. Right?
You getting a security or some shit?
I'm not buying an island. I mean, I'm just gonna go around telling people I have $500 million in my bank account. I'm not doing that.
They're gonna notice.
No, they're gonna notice, but they won't be around me. They're gonna notice, but they won't be around me.
Listen. You're gonna swipe your card right at the fucking bank eventually, right?
To buy an island.
The teller is gonna be like, "Yo," he's gonna tell his boy like, "Yo, this man got $500 million. Like, you know, why you're from whatever area you're from." He's gonna be like, "How the fuck does this guy have $500 million? Like, is he famous?" They're gonna start looking up your information. They're gonna start using the bank's information. The bank's what's that shit called? Information to fucking access your information. Sorry, and figure out more info on you. It's gonna roll.
I am much like you guys. I'm not gonna buy an island, but I am gonna get comfortable. Right? I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna move to a place, a secured place, and real nice big house.
What's a secure place for you?
A place where other people have $500 million. You know what I mean?
Okay. Also, with us in the islands,
you can come to my island.
And
we get from the chat island
exactly. And I'm going to travel. I'm not gonna go straight to work necessarily, but I'm traveling. I'm jumping around. I'm going overseas. I'm just gonna experience life. I'm gonna do a lot of things that I would want to do right now if I didn't have to work a regular job. You know.
Wait, but I would do that too. Like I would have my own island, but like
I didn't say that.
All right, fam. All right, go ahead.
So
I feel like that's all included in that shit. Like I could do whatever I want. So of course I'm gonna travel the world.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
I'm technically not interested in traveling. I'm just gonna have them bring the Eiffel Tower to me.
All right, my guy.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna travel. I definitely wanted to start business ventures, but travel is definitely the first thing that comes to mind. Is I'm traveling. I'm gonna go see it all. And to travel, I might, depending on how the world goes, I might need to get vaccinated because shit's going crazy out here, bro.
Big crazy.
Shit's going big crazy. So if you haven't seen, the vaccine and COVID have been all over everything. We have Biden's tweet saying, "Yo, it's simple now. It's simple. Either you get vaccinated or you wear a mask until you get vaccinated." And we don't spend a lot of time on it, but I just feel like with all the incentives and these vaccine campaigns going on, I think is adding to people's worries and conspiracies about getting it.
I think people have the wrong idea. I feel like people should understand that they're not doing this for your fucking health. They're doing this because the economy is hurting and they want to get the economy back up and running. They don't care about you. They don't care about you enough to chip you. I promise. They don't think you got one.
Chipped.
You got one here.
We've been chipped. You heard? Chip Skylark. You heard?
My chip is all black right here.
Yo, my chip. Mine's red.
My issue with the conspiracies is like, yo, how big is your ego that you think you're that important that you need to be fucking monitored 24/7?
Yeah, bro.
I promise you, they don't want to watch you beat off at 2 a.m. from your laptop computer. Like, they don't care that much. Maybe they do.
Some of them
might, but I guarantee you they don't care that you went to go buy a pistol, because you're so curious about what is it, the Second Amendment? But that's enough of my rant.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then
my favorite are the people who are like, "Oh, I gotta defend myself from the government." I'm like, "Yeah, what happens when they start rolling APCs and tanks out? Like, you can't afford a bazooka." And even then, that's not enough.
$500 million, I can.
I'm not gonna be here. I'll be on my island. Hopefully, not getting taken over by another country.
Yeah, so you got eat.
The world's on fire.
On fire.
This is a movie. We're in a simulation. We got COVID shit. We have the everything
Palestine.
going on overseas in Palestine. We got fucking
to my Muslim friends. I know it's a little late, but happy Eid.
Salud.
Absolutely.
Salud.
Salud. Like we.
Yeah. Fuck, bro. The world's on fire, man. The world's on fire. Maybe it's on fire because Steven's gonna save it. Maybe Steven's is making the world on fire, and maybe there's $500 million in his bank account,
and we don't know.
We don't know. Maybe he's just on fire up in here.
Steven can save the world.
Last is one last thing I wanna go over. I want to talk about. So, if you don't know the stand-up comic Gary Owen, it's reported that his wife wants let's just say $50K a month, right? Yeah. And we've seen this everywhere. We've seen it with him, with Dr. Dre, with
a lot of celebrities,
a lot of people, a lot of rich people that get divorced. I want your thoughts on that, on spousal support.
It's fucking dumb. Why the fuck I gotta give you anything? We are two separate beings. We didn't if I get it, if we came together and we created another being, then sure, I'll give you money for this child. But you were born separate time from me. We're not blood related. I got nothing to do with you. Why the fuck I gotta give you spousal support? Like I gained this career on my own. Now it's different though. The only time I would understand spousal support, for example, Nicki Minaj and Safari, I didn't know who the fuck he was. Thanks to her, now I do. You know what I'm saying? If someone's clout brings you into the stage, then I feel you owe this person, a spousal support or whatever it is. Obviously, what?
Basically, if you gave somebody their career or gave them limelight,
I don't want to say gave you the career because that's downplaying what Safari's done. That's true. But also, it's a really shitty analogy because Safari doesn't make anywhere near as much money as her. But let's say he did. Let's say he was the bigger artist thanks to her clout, right? Let's say he came around and became a much better artist than her, and he started making more money than her. They get divorced. Do I think he owes her spousal support? Not. I don't know what the amount would be, but I do think he owes her something. It's thanks to her that he's in the position he's in. Now, if we just get married and you don't grow, you're just my fucking wife. I don't know you shit. The fuck? I worked hard to get into my own position.
Some people argue that the reason why you're able to be so successful is because you had someone else taking care of everything else that you didn't need to pay mind to. What do you say to that?
I guess that would be that's valid, but I guess that would be on a little more personal basis. If that's true or not.
So is your feelings that they shouldn't get a lot, or is your feelings that they shouldn't get any?
No, well, if that's true, right? Let's say this person was, handling everything behind the scenes that no one else knows of, and it's a big part of my career. Then for sure, I guess I owe her that big part of my salary, right? But if all this person did was give me a back rub when I got home from tour and that's it, then I'll give you $10. I don't know.
Well, why did they did she cheat or was somebody?
I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't really care. We can input any scenario and talk about it.
True.
If they cheat, obviously I'm nope, you ain't getting shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree.
Dunzo.
That's why
I feel they should deserve something, right? It's not I don't think it's a conversation if they should get anything at all. I think it's how much they should get. I think if there's kids involved, right, then of course, absolutely, right, absolutely. There's the kid has to have a comfortable life. The kid has to, cough it up, give them what they need, right?
Yeah, with kids, no question.
I don't think it's a question for that. My boy Steven talking about nothing. You fuck it, nope.
If you didn't contribute anything, then yeah, you get nothing. If I built a house and you didn't lay down a piece of wood, why would I fucking give you anything that I paid for?
But contribution to you you might see contribution a different way than maybe your significant other will see contribution.
It's all about perspective.
And from your perspective, you might say, "Oh, no, you didn't do shit," but also you might not have seen all the other things that were being handled that you didn't need to care about.
Okay, then if she sees these things, and I would need. There's a logical solution to everything. Just break it down. What? I feel like there's a logical I don't know what our producer's talking about, but there's logical things to logical ways to break everything down. If you feel like you did these things, write them down. I will evaluate them, have someone else evaluate them and be like, look, this is how much money you deserve.
Just send it to my lawyer. Write it down. Send me an email. Write it down. Send me an email.
Yeah, why not? Why am I going to sit and argue over it?
In a smaller scale, right? I was away for like a year, right? And I was traveling and I was doing, whatever I was doing, and I was traveling a lot, and was making decent amount of money. I didn't have to worry about anything at home, like dogs or the apartment or anything like that, because Cecilia was home. She was taking care of all that stuff. So if I can see that scenario, and then I can enlarge it to let's say the head of a fucking business that's public, head of a corporation that can just work and not have to worry about what's going on in the house, or did the kids go to the fucking whatever, or just anything, any responsibilities. I don't think you should just kick that person out and be like, no, you don't deserve anything. Yeah, because you were able to put all your focus into something and become something because someone else was taking care of the other part. Yeah. So I
don't know. There's a logical solution, right? Write what you think you contributed down. Write what you think it's worth. I'll have my lawyer take a look at it. Like, what's the big deal?
Steven's like, just write that shit down.
Yeah, I'm not against. If you feel like you did something, then I'm not against it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, I automatically think you deserve nothing. If you think you did something, then for sure, let's take a look at it.
How about when all right, so you separate, right, and you give her whatever that amount was that you feel like this person deserved. Once this your ex gets remarried, does that stop? Do you stop with your spousal support?
I think it can be. I wouldn't say stop. It depends on how much money that person's also making, but I wouldn't say stop. I would definitely decrease it and be like, oh, you don't need as much as you're currently getting.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Let's say if there's no kids involved, why am I paying spousal support for you and you're married again?
Well, then again, you got to remember, she did the reason you're the position you're in is because of XYZ that she did, right?
Yeah.
So, but I would decrease it because now she has a second source of income, but I wouldn't necessarily get rid of it. I'm still in the position I'm in thanks to whatever she thinks she did.
Yeah, I'm just skeptical because we there is stories, and it is a reality that that isn't reasonable, right? Somebody gets an unreasonable amount of money that they need to get paid, right? That story exists. So it's like if they go ahead and get remarried, it's like, why do I need to give you spousal support? You have spousal support for somebody else.
Yeah, I was
that's why I initially said depends on how much they make, right? Like if I'm Meek Mill and then my ex goes and starts dating Drake, yeah, you don't need spousal support. That man makes more than me. Like, why would I keep paying you? Now, if I'm Meek Mill and she goes and she marries Danny, I would decrease it.
Yo, Steven, if I lost it. I was laughing about it too much and I lost it. I was laughing about it.
I feel like it's about
lost it. What'd you say? You said if
I'm Meek and my ex goes and dates Danny instead, I don't think I should be giving her as much not child support, as much.
Or if she dates Drake. Or if she
dates Drake, then you don't need spousal support whatsoever. That man makes more money than me. Why would I continue to pay you? Like, you're in a better position than me at the current moment.
Yeah, no, I lost it. That's funny though. All right, we can wrap this up. We can close out. You watch another episode of From the Chat Podcast. Steven closes out.
Oh shit, familia, as you always know, thank you very much for watching. Let us know what you thought. Let me know if you want to join the Discord. I'll show you the pic. It's pretty gruesome, very gruesome. Doesn't show any face or social, so that's not a HIPAA violation. But comment below, subscribe, ring the bell, the whole shebang. Catch us every Monday. Let us know what you thought, man. Right on the IG, the YouTube, the email, right on all of that. Our personal email IGs are on there. If you want to just simply talk to me, Danny, or Chris, you can hit us up too.
Let us know what Steven's patient was drinking that night, Thursdays.
Yes, sir.
Know what he was drinking that night. Steven, you got the drops in front of you?
What drops?
You don't have any of the drops, bitch?
Oh no, I turned them off.
Okay.
You can hear my keyboard maybe, but I turned them off.
Okay.
Clack, you're.
That
being said, be easy, yo. See you next week.